He was talking about retiring.
Yeah. I don't get it. Don't know the story, but certainly he was a defensive presence for them. It was Gasol going to work on Pachulia and the scores easily.
Well, you saw right there, they allowed him to catch the ball deep into the post.
Kirk skips it across to Tony Snell, moved to Jimmy Butler. There's Butler with a tough catch outside to Pau, and he's knocked down 2 straight.
This might be a big game for Pau Gasol. They really don't have big guys that can match up with him on either the post or the. Jason Kidd has done a good job in really getting these guys to play. I think a lot of people kind of wrote them off when Parker went out with that ACL injury, but they have rallied around Jason Kidd.
Back in, Gasol turns to the left hand, scores and a foul. That's on Pachulia, his first, team's first.
Neil, as long as they're going to allow him to play one-on-one, you know, I think they forget that Pau Gasol was an all-star in the toughest conference the last, for a while.
Dropped into Gasol. Looked at his cutters.
See, that's what you got to do, dive cut.
And the ball knocked away by Brandon Knight, recovered. Heinrich picks it up in the corner and scores.
Beam me up, Scotty. 3-pointer by Captain Kirk. Goodness, you don't ever want to say teams are tanking. They're a better team than their record. I mean, it just seems like they don't play, like they're giving up, basically.
Yeah, well, when you lose 15 in a row, I think you probably Gasol hit as he shot. And Gasol off to a huge start, has 9 in 5 minutes. That's 2 on Pachulia. He'll have to go to the bench. Now here comes Henson into the game. Wow, I guess he was not out with an injury.
Wow. They pulled a fast one on us. We had him on the get covered.
Jumper outside won't go and run down by Pau Gasol.
Shot the ball well from the 3-point line last night.
There's Pau firing. Good again. Wow, is he off to a start? 12 points in 6 minutes.
Kind of remnants of that Houston game where he got off to an 18-point quarter. Looks like he's on his way to another big quarter.
Brandon Knight inside. That's left short.
Get a chance to hear a lot about him. He's their leading scorer. But again, coming over from Detroit, he's been able to, really flourish here.
Gasol open again and good again.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, absolutely. 14 and he's 6 of 8.
That's just something I think the Bulls, since they have a low post presence like Pau Gasol, get him going early, get him comfortable in the post. You see right there, there's not a lot teams can do with him in the post. Get him going early. And when he gets going like he's right now, like he did against Houston, and you see now here in the first quarter, it opens up outside shots for Kirk Heinrich and the 3-point shooters. Slap that ball off the rim.
23-17.
They need to go right into Taj Gibson on Dudley. You cannot guard him.
Butler looking, got Pau. Gasol wheels in, turns, and scores. Pau with 18 in 10 minutes. He's an explosive type guy. Normally that first move would have been enough at the baseline. Whistle off the ball.
Foul was called on John Henson, his second penalty.
Henson off the ball with his second. And Pau will get to the free throw line. That was away from the ball. Mistake that they probably made. The same mistake based on the returns to this point, but that was signing Larry Sanders for that huge money. That put him in a little bit of a bind as Gasol. Sanders is a defensive guy and not an offensive guy at all.
He knocks down timely shots. He rebounds. He's an underrated defender.
That's a pass by Jimmy Butler to Pau. He scores in the foul. What a pass by Jimmy.
I'll tell you what, Jaja Pachulia is right there just probably, he's like, what else can I do? Pau Gasol loses the ball in the first initial catch. Watch
his pass.
Right there, he loses it. Now watch Jaja right here. He comes in there and he barely touches him that time. He could have got the foul the first time. They didn't call it.
Punched into to Pau with a left hand short. Then he batted it in with the right.
I'll tell you what, he might get 30 before the half.
He's playing badminton with himself. Noah. Snell firing. That's off. The rebound to Pau. Gasol with a hook. That's good.
They just don't have an answer for him. You got Dudley down there on him trying to box him out, and he did all you could do. I mean, he just
back Pachulia. He finally fires one and missed it. Boy, they ended up taking a shot that wasn't as good as 3 or 4 they had in the possession. Heinrich jumper. That's good. First Gasol, then Heinrich.
Bulls defense is starting to suffocate a little bit. There's just nothing they can do. I mean, Dudley is playing as hard as he can, but he just cannot defend Pau Gasol, and the double team's not coming fast enough.
The Bulls, this Heinrich circles, lobs, Pau finishes.
It's just like Gulliver's Travels right now. It's the Lilliputians. He's just so much bigger than the Bucks right now.
Brandon Knight with a good move and then left it way short.
$1 million move, 10-cent shot.
Now out front, that's on Henson. And he knew it. That's Henson's third and penalties. Gasol, the Taj, lost it, got it back, tipped in.
38 and 15 rebounds.
Bulls' biggest lead was 13 early in the game. Gasol the fake, the drive, and the layup.
Let me get some butter with that roll. Big Pau Gasol.
Gasol with 40 in the game.
Oh, last person to get 40 points was Derrick Rose.
Butler. Corner Pau. Gallops in, layup good. 42 in the game.
Just strolling on a Sunday afternoon.
Pachulia playing Gasol. Heinrich a drive. Now drops it in to Taj. Taj goes up and scores.
Hey, this big boy basketball Greek freak. Skip Ellison.
Those will be arranged. Now running across the lane from left to right.
I'll tell you what, boy.
This time he is going to get to the line.
He's probably going to tie his career high if he can make these 2 free throws, but inadvertent. Now he's trying to play tough defense.
Yeah, with a minute left in the game.
It's you can tell his frustration. He's trying to play a little physical with Pau, but it's a little bit too late. It's 1:46 in the game. He should have been playing a little bit more physical in the beginning.
Kirk ends up taking the foul.
And then just about do it, Neil Funk, and
wind the clock as Jimmy Butler holds the ball. New career high for Pau Gasol, 46 in the game for Pau, and 95 to 87 is going to be your final score as the Bulls go to 26-12 in the Bucks.